Hello and welcome back, I'm Arumba. Thank you for joining me. Let's play some more Immortal Imp, Crusader Kings 2. Alright, so the neophyte, Tyrion, okay, darn it, I wanted to do the other stuff, I didn't want to do another quest yet, but okay. My brother, as you know, we're always in need of more ingredients to perform our experiments. These ingredients are essential to uncover the mysteries of the world. I propose a joint venture to combine our knowledge in an effort to identify and gather ingredients so that our search for truth will not be halted by such worldly things as material shortages. Count Wanko. Count Wanko. Alright, just out of curiosity, I want to know a little bit more about you. So you're in our realm. You live over here in Lubuz. Why would you add a Z? Why would you add a Z to that word? Like, it's just to make it harder to pronounce, probably, right? That's the only logical reason I can think of. Alright, sure, I mean, you're an amicable guy. Fellow member of the Hermetic Society, helps us out a little bit. I shall accept your mission. May you live in harmony and contentment. I have decided to grant you the Duchy of Kuyavia in recognition of your service and nobility of spirit. Yes! It worked! We are now Duke Tyrion. That didn't take long. Alright, so, yep, as expected then, our liege, his brother died. I didn't get, like, an actual pop-up about the guy. At least I don't think I did. Alright, just do... Yeah, okay. I should change these settings at some point again to get it all how I kind of want them. Like a big pop-up like that on a character's special interest, I think should just like be a big pop-up. But anyway, I'm not going to worry about it right now. Your invitation arrived as a very pleasant surprise. I would be honored to study with you and prepared to prepare my journey shortly. The fellow neophyte. Sweet, excellent. Our opinion goes up by a little bit. Sweet. And, okay, alright, hold on, game. Let me process some of this stuff. Neophyte Wanko has offered his help with gathering much-needed ingredients for further studies of the mysteries of the world. But first I need to decide what kind of ingredients we need. We will gather herbs. In the forest, we will hunt for the most prized animal parts. I'm sure we will find useful materials in the marketplace. On second thought, I don't have time for this. Well, I don't know. I don't think that marketplace. That's probably like spend money. This one's probably like military, maybe, with hunting. We will hunt for, yeah, and then gathering herbs. I'd say we're probably not so good at the hunting. Let's do the gathering of herbs. I also want to save my money in case we need mercenaries or something. Deal with some of these raiders that are definitely going to cause issues. Alright, I want to continue to process what happened with the succession, because I think that that's interesting. So, our previous ruler, he died, comatose in bed, on the 9th of March, and within 2 whole days, we were appointed Duke. Cool. So our liege inherited his titles, and as I expected in episode 1, I think it was, he ended up with 3 duchies, and he didn't want to do that because he'd have a negative 10 opinion with all of his subjects. And these days, that negative 10 is actually even more penalizing than it used to be, because it's actually a lot harder to get opinion bonuses than it used to be. So it just makes it more significant. So he gives it away immediately, and I do think what he did is he chose between his opinion of me and his opinion of this guy, and this guy's too stupid to try to, suck up to him. But Tyrion here, already making big plays, big plays. This guy's he's a pretty good diplomat. He's also a game master. A fellow misguided warrior. And he's content. Excellent. He would actually make a great council member then. Alright, so what do we got to do here? We've got, we need to replace, we need to replace our current chancellor. Whoa, he was really bad, too. He's considered to be incompetent. How did this happen? Huh. I don't think, did I appoint this one? Because I don't think I did. I think he may have been appointed, that must have just been like my highest diplomacy character at the start of the game or something. Anyway, likes new obligation law. What new obligation law? I didn't change any laws. Well, he's just happy about it, apparently. Well, I think what we're going to have to do is we're going to swap him for the current court chaplain, who is unappointed and not particularly important. He only has 9 learning anyway, for his 15. Let's go ahead and see if we can remember how to do this. We're going to change council positions. You should be my court chaplain. And now we will fire this one and replace him with the powerful vassal who will become a glory hound like crazy. Okay, well the content trait should still help out a little bit. And only real reason he didn't like me is because he was considered powerful and wasn't on the council, so. We have idle council members. Court chaplain is idle. Alright, so that guy defaulted back to statecraft. So what do we want this guy who's much better now doing? Gain some piety. That would make the Pope like us. Offset the lustful trait a little bit. We don't really have anything to convert. We are now in a position where we can actually earn monthly technology points. We gain about 1 per month in most categories, so it could make sense. Could make sense to spend some time earning cultural technology. I think we'll do that. But before we do that, one last thought. Do we want to keep this as our capital? This one's got slightly more stuff. This is a horrible duchy. It's a really bad duchy for a capital with only 2 provinces in it. Actually, just real quick, I'm sorry. I gotta, like, remember the strategy of the game instead of just the roleplay for a moment. If we were to stay in the Kingdom of Poland, which I don't really want to, like, conquer the world or anything, but I can't help but expand, we want to be in probably the most powerful duchy within the Kingdom of Poland. So, this one has 4 provinces. That one only has 2, 3, 2, and 4. So these 2 would actually make very good primary duchies. Alright, so we're not going to worry about where our capital is for now. We're not going to spend any technology points. We're going to work our way into this area at some point. Somehow. But we can still study technology to try to gain more points. We can hopefully get a great philosopher. Alright, cool. Excellent. Alright, so what are you up to, bossy man? He's probably raising his levy to deal with the warriors. So I don't think he's at war, is he? Yeah, he's just hostile. Okay, cool. So we're still unmarried. We have a commander slot available, probably because we're a duke. We have 2 extra commander slots, in fact. This guy is not particularly good at it. It would make him like us better, and I think it also gives them a little bit of prestige and stuff. Apparently, it pays them 0.1 ducats out of nowhere. We'll go with this fella and this fella. Alright, cool. Let's move right along. Count Wanko and I arrived in the hills early in the morning to collect various useful herbs that we could find in the countryside. Our combined knowledge will be surely useful. Sweet. What was this? Whoa, whoa! It just popped up and went away again. All in favor. Alright, I don't actually know what he was trying to do. It was gone in like 3 days. My guest has arrived. So what am I stargazing? Is it a triumvirate now? Do we have 3 of us out there? She's tagging along so we can stargaze at night while collecting herbs. I've been looking forward to the 2 of us getting together and reviewing the work of each other. There is some time before nightfall, however. I have a few suggestions on how we can spend the time. Do I dare? I mean, we're pretty fertile. I mean, we could try to breed the celibacy out of her. It doesn't say she's like, you know, like without parts. She's just chosen a life of celibacy. I have the perfect location in mind. How about a small feast? Time not spent studying is time lost. I think let's show her the location. I want to try to improve relations with her before we have her. Wait, did I send? Are we doing? No, this was just the invitation. We haven't sent her out to acquire ingredients yet. We walked to the hill of my choice, not far away. Once there, she took a moment to look at the sky above. The hill should suit our needs perfectly, I think, she said, while nodding approvingly. We decided where to set up in order to be able to see as much as possible. Alright, she's impressed. 5 whole opinion. Alright, I have one last thought before I focus on the events again. I wanted to check to see how much levy did we gain by our new count. He could provide us with at most 535, and he's giving us 214. We're only allowed to raise 40% due to crown law setting the minimum, and apparently I forget exactly how that math works, but I'm thinking the issue is that his opinion actually needs to be even higher, like 80 or 100 or so, before we start to get more than just the minimum. Are there any other honorary titles? Would you like to be my cupbearer, sir? I recall it was 214, right? It didn't change at all. The extra 5 opinion did nothing. Interesting. Why would it not be higher already? At 65 opinion, I feel like that should be higher. Alright, so we have noble vassal, minimum levy is plus 40, and maximum levy is minus 40, so we can go between 40 and 60%. Okay, alright, so if that's the case, if we can only go between 40 and 60, then yeah, I'd probably have to be above 66. I'd have to be above 2/3 of the way there before I start working my way up into the next tier. Alright, cool. Night is almost upon us, and the stars are finally making themselves visible in the sky outside. I should tell her that it is time. Time to see if we can breed out her... No, we should get ready. Alright, I guess there's no reason to be improving relations with the former king. We'll have our guy who was performing statecraft instead improve relations with our new count. See if we can actually get him to provide us with a full levy. We've spent hours observing the stars and trying to look for anything out of the ordinary. Neither she nor I have made any noticeable progress. With most of the night gone, it is unlikely that we will accomplish much more. That's disappointing. But we did gain 5 opinion. Actually, I think we may have gained more than that. This woman. I'm going to just special interest her because she's hard to find. Yeah, stargazing and impressed. Plus 10 whole opinion. We have now spent days looking high and low for useful herbs. Both me and Count Wonko exhausted. We are forced to conclude that the small assortment of interesting plants is what we're getting out of this. We did gain 100 esoteric knowledge, and 3 herbal ingredients are added to inventory. Oh, that's right! Man, I forget so much. I forgot that we actually have like this treasury thing now. Ingredient, mandrake. Mandrake is a potent ingredient for alchemical recipes. Mandrake, valerian, and hibiscus. That is really cool that it... I like it. I like it a lot. I want an axe. I can't tell you why, but I want an axe. An exhausting night finally ends. We worked throughout the entire night without any sort of noticeable progress. So we're not very good at this. Start of action, seniority succession. I mean, how does the king feel about me now after the succession? Must be pretty happy, still. Still have the improved relations for another year or so. We'll want to go back to improving with him, I think. My actual, like, regular opinion modifiers are not that great. State diplomacy and prestige are still fairly low. It was one of those situations where you didn't want to tell the truth in case it would hurt the person, but at the same time, honesty is a virtue. Do we want to become deceitful? Manipulate. Manipulative and dishonest nature. That doesn't sound like me. It doesn't sound like this man. Tyrion's... Here's the thing. I actually, like, had some pretty long discussions with my wife about this because I finally convinced her to watch the show. And, you know, in the first season, for example, I'm not spoiling much here. First book, first season, there's a couple scenes where Tyrion really shows his true colors, right? I'm in love with this guy, by the way. Not just the character, but also Peter Dinklage. He's freaking amazing. He's the most charismatic actor in the entire show. And I was talking to another person about this. The thing with Tyrion is that in the books, without hopefully spoiling it, he gets injured, and is much worse in the book. But they made it much less in the show because he was just so awesome and charismatic and handsome and great and glorious, and I love him. I love him. I have a man crush on Tyrion and Peter Dinklage, both of them. So they made the scar smaller because they wanted him to still be that iconically beautiful man. So, but here's the thing: in the first season, there's like a scene where he talks to Jon Snow, and he talks about how, you know, wearing your title of bastard is a shield, and no one can ever use it to hurt you. Like, he's always honest. He doesn't lie. He's a very, like, good guy, and he even has a line later on in the show where he says, I have, like, a small place in my heart for bastards, something else, and crippled things. So, I think we shoot for honesty. Lies do not come easily. We value truth. Did we get it? We should find out in a moment. We did not. Damn. I mean, that's what's funny about him. He is all the things that I just said, but he also is a lusty man. A lusty whore man who likes lusty ladies. The lords of Poland have approved the institution of ruler imprisonment sovereignty law. Well, I kind of wanted to do that too. We should check on that, see if they're willing to pass it yet. 2 supporters, 1 opponent, 2 undecided. That's almost worth taking the risk. The bishop, whose name I can't pronounce, and then Count Warkislaw. I mean, he does like me a lot. Should he not? Anything else I can do? I could send him some money if I really wanted the extra levy and chance to get him to approve stuff. We have no women to offer him. We don't want to owe him a favor. We don't want to request council support, and I don't want to pay the 80 ducats to buy the favor outright. So there's really not much else I can do aside from waiting for the improved relations event. I guess we'll do that. We'll wait for that, and then we'll try it. The king has declared the Polish Holy War for Pomerelia on High Chief Milzas of Pruthenia. Okay. High Chief Milzas of Pruthenia, who lives here. Excellent, excellent! Okay, that's great, because if this guy stops being our neighbor, then we don't have to worry about border raids anymore. Alright, I do recall reading in the patch notes that you may offer to join your liege's wars if you want to ensure their success. This is also, I think, an excellent way to make him like us better, so we will outright join and support your war. Joined my war, plus 15, and that lasts till 77. Excellent, cool. That's what you get, man. You give us the duchy, and we will be an honorable little man-child. Again, it would be really nice if we had the full levy before we raise, but... Alright, off to war we go! Now we can maybe even... There's going to be a much larger levy there, isn't there? Right. Oh, interesting. New administration, recent conquered province with no levy. That'll be easy to siege, and I'd love to get the cash from doing the sieges myself. And then this one, he definitely just raised 1,100 troops, and they are apparently all heading to here. So, let's begin the process of going that way. Let's check commanders. See if I can remember how to play this game. Minor titles, commanders. We have a guy with personal combat skill. We have a defensive leader. We've got, interesting how it's ranking these two 9s above the 15 and 12. I'm going to see if I can replace Stanislaw with a guy. I almost want to put my Court Chaplain in charge for the movement bonus. Yeah, you know, studying technology is not that important right now. Or not studying technology, excuse me, studying culture, or whatever it's called. We'll make him into a commander as well, and situationally use him to lead troops. Alright, so to do that, I'm going to need to stop his job. And now I can appoint him, and he will hopefully merge these armies up a little bit quicker for me, and hopefully allow me to maneuver around and avoid some of this stuff. Now this guy's going to call in some friends, isn't he? Yep, he called in his allies. He has 2. They are allied. He's allied with the Chief of Sambia and the Chief of Galindia. This would be, what, Sambia here? I mean, I think it's safe to assume that that's what they are. Probably the top titles. That is Coronia. Yet he joined too. Why did he join? Could be defense of the religion, probably. Oh, that's right, and we're playing late enough into the game where we're going to have pagan attrition value. That's going to be pretty brutal. So we should be very... Oh, God! No, God! Combat will start in this province on the 13th of October. How is it that you do it? Wasn't there there was a way at one point. Am I losing my mind here? Or was it like a thing? All selected armies will cross water to reach the territory. There's no like, arrival time? Oh, that's right. You like hover over the arrow or something? I could have sworn there was a way in CK2 recently where you could actually see like travel time. Distance to Gniaz, that's what it is. It's the distance value, 33.242. Okay, so I guess I can use that. So yeah, that'll get there on the 13th. This will be slower. Distance. Interesting. Why is it not always showing me distance? Alright, you have to actually have the province selected, not the army. Weird. Okay, well, we're going to just disband then. And we're going to wait for our liege to show up, because that's a lot more troops than I like. Let's go ahead and raise again over here. We'll put the leader in charge again over here. And I definitely don't want to lead troops. Not as an immortal dwarf man thing. Alright, he's going to go straight for the combat, and apparently cross a major river to do so. I guess that's fine. We're going to kind of pretend like we're helping. This guy's heading to Kelmno. He's going around us. We probably won't take any losses if I go join this. Probably. Apparently there's also going to be a battle here between High Chief Mandivas and King Boleslaw of Poland. Wait, has he already queued up the movement into this next province as well? That is a lot of pagans. Yes, we should definitely join and be part of it. We actually made it there on time to technically be part of it. Technically. I don't get any prestige because I didn't actually do anything. That's fine. Okay. Well, We don't want to toggle looter. You have no allies to give order to. No, I think there was a button I wanted to choose to attach to follow. Let's just follow him. We will offer support and let him use our troops. We're good Duke. We want to reward his behavior. Alright, we've arrived. King Boleslaw. Holy crap, dude. This guy has 24 martial skill. Mounted troops, plus 44%. Morale defense, plus 22. Flanking, excellent. He's a great flanker. And he's fighting against no leader. Hopefully he can route this thing super fast and then just engage this major stack in the center and get that massive flanking bonus. What kind of troops do you have, sir? Only 400 cav. That's okay, though. Let's slow the game down for a second. I want to watch the actual combat here. With the volley tactic happening, a little bit of a flanking bonus, and hopefully, come on, get into the melee phase before the arrival of reinforcements. Yes, definitely. And then there's that. Excellent. Plus 30% bonus, and then the tactic he's using makes the light cav even stronger, and the camel cavalry, he doesn't have any of those. Well, he's inflicting a fair bit of damage, right? That's this number here again, the 120. Yeah, he's doing 4 times as much damage from the flank as the center army is. So, kill! 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 900! Oh, wow, that one's 1300. That one's even better. Well, good try, anyway. 90% bonus now in the better phase. Oh, it's because they got the bonus against charge tactic. Sweet. Kill them. 124 deaths last day. 1300! Dead pagans. Alright. Dead pagans it is. And they just reinforced to immediately join the pursue phase because they didn't bump the morale up above 25%. So they just continue to get pummeled by the light cav. And of course he's going to be doing a lot of damage in the pursue phase with those 400 cav. Excellent. 33.17 33.7 war score. Mayor Jersey and Sweet Jork Jowski. Isn't that? I think that might actually be my central flank leader, wasn't it? One of my commanders? Yeah. That man got the prestige. What a lucky bastard. Well, I mean, he earned it. Alright, we're going to stop attaching. We're going to stay here and siege this thing down. There's not going to be a huge amount of value here, but with only one defender, we might as well just sit here and, you know, take 24 days to get some loot if we can. I did, this is a change from the last campaign I did. I allowed to keep Shattered Retreat on, just to see. I mean, I got rid of defensive packs, because those are dumb. But, in response to that, I also put Shattered Retreat on to see if maybe the lack of ping-ponging makes wars a little bit more challenging and interesting. Let's get some loot, or get our loot on. Look at that defensive. Total supply limit's only 1,000. Is that the defensive? Yep, pagan homeland. My army just happens to be small enough, and... Oh, you know what, actually? Pomeranian Slavic? Prussian Ramova. It's not even the right, it's not even the right one. It is a pagan religion. We're fine, though. Cool. Well, this war, I think, is going to resolve quite well. We gained 12.6 ducats for looting that castle. Nice. 3 more ticks, and we'll get this one. And beyond that, it looks like we're probably going to go here so we can sack the temple. Because these other holdings are going to have, like, no value to them at all. And, oh my god, he's losing so many troops. 20%. He's losing more men to the attrition than he is to the combat. For sure. Alright, let's get this one thing looted, and then I am going to take a short break while we get ready to resolve the war. Oh god, they're going to attack. Look at that. He went down from, like, 7,278 men to 3,700 from the attrition. I missed this, though. From EU4, I swear there should be like a would arrive on date when you hover over the province next to you. Let me know in the comments, please. Am I just missing it? Is it in a different place than I'm expecting? I really wanted to finish this siege first. There we go. And there's only 26 defenders here. Can I actually detach, like, 26 men? Like a very, very small army, just to kind of do the siege? Yes. Alright, we will arrive on the 25th. Excellent. We still managed to make it in time. And, knowing that he's going to have his guy on the left, I'm going to actually put Mako, I think, over here on the right. Actually, he's got defense in the center. We want to have good defense in the center so that the king can flank. Let's put Mako in the center and just put other guys wherever. We're going to miss out on the movement speed bonus because he's not in the center, but whatever. All right, cool. Before this combat, I'm going to take a break here. I'll look forward to seeing you, though, in the next episode. As always, thank you for watching. I'll see you soon.